A pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to South Kitsap High School. Tonight, the Wolves of South Kitsap take on the Capital Bears. I'm David Colombini, the principal here at South Kitsap. Happy to be with you tonight. And joining me in the booth is South Kitsap senior and video student, aspiring sports announcer, and Knowledge Bowl whiz kid, Kevin Nod. Let's go down to the floor and catch our starting lineups. First, for our visitors,
a 6'6" senior, number 34, Brad Carey. A 6'5" senior, number 40, Tyler Smith. A 6'5" sophomore, number 42, Matt MacGyver. And a 6'10" senior, number 50, Michael Fay. And now the starting lineups for yourself. Kitsap Wolves. Hey, who's starting at guard? Mayfield? Starting at a guard, a 5'10" junior, number 12, Tyler Mayfield. At a post, a 6'6" freshman, number 40, Jake Bettinger. At a guard, a 5'10" senior, number 22, Justin Dudley. At a post, a 6'5" senior, number 42, Bo Pallon. And at a wing, a 6'4" senior, number 50, Buck Savage. The Wolves are coached by Jim Savage, Darren Bowden, and head coach John Callahan. Sorry, I forgot Boyd was ineligible. I had him marked down. Would you please rise for our presentation of the colors, our pledge of allegiance. Please continue standing until the colors have left the floor. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That is a South Kitsap NJROTC color guard here at South Kitsap under the direction of Captain Ed Tetrick and Richard Osborne. And we are so proud of them and all they do here at South Kitsap High School. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm up in the booth tonight with senior Kevin Nod. Kevin, what kind of game can we expect tonight?
Well, Dave, the key matchup in this game should be whomever SK has at center, which looking down there, it's going to be Jake Bettinger to start, and 6'10", Michael Fay. That guy's a monster. 6'10" should be illegal in high school. That's huge. Should be an intriguing matchup all night long.
That is huge. You know, Wolves are 14-3, and the Capital Bears are 5-12, and 14-3 is the best record this team has had since 1986. And Kevin, they've created some real excitement for us here at South this year.
Definitely a pleasant surprise by the boys. Usually girls, you know, have better records, but this year the boys have been hot competition with the girls for best record.
Wolves getting off to a little shaky start. A turnover from the first get-go. Capital comes down the court looking to set up.
I'd look for, like I said in the opening, a huge battle down lows for each team to work it in down low.
That's Buck Savage there with a foul underneath the hoop for the Wolves. That'd be his first foul. Ty Casey, Brad Carey to the line for the Bears. He sinks his first one.
It looks like his brother is also on the team, Jordan Carey, a sophomore. Probably interesting having your brothers on the same team at high school.
Should make some parents pretty proud. South Kitsap ball coming down the court. We'll see if they can get something set up here. Kevin, this is a critical game, I think, and the next couple games for South Kitsap, just because we have a potential of tying for first place in our division. And if that's the case, it'll be a long road to haul for the Wolves as we head into the playoffs. Because they'll have to play. They'll have to play 2 or 3 times during the week heading into the playoffs, and that's not usually how you want to do it.
And it would be a nice, pleasant surprise. South Kitsap boys haven't won the championship since 1950. And so it'd be nice, if they make a nice run and able to bring home the championship.
That was Tyler Mayfield for the Deuce.
The South is up 3-1 here with about 6:50 to go in the first quarter.
I should take that back and say for the Trey.
Trey?
Yeah, 3 points. Turnover by the Bears.
And that brother thing, SK kind of has that going probably next year when Trevon Curry comes up and joins his brother Tremaine Curry on varsity.
That's Jason Dudley for the Trey. 6-1 South Kitsap.
South come out, not really working the ball down low, just shooting from the outside, which has worked so far in the first 2 shots.
Capital trying to direct traffic out there. Looking for their open man. Out to the top. Back on top again. Searching down low. And another turnover by the Bears. It'll be South Kitsap ball.
South Kitsap defense not allowing Faye to get open down low where he can take advantage of that height advantage.
Mayfield, another 3-pointers in a row for South Kitsap, 9-1 with 5:41 left in the first quarter. Driving in down the lane in the paint. Looks like we have a foul on South Kitsap.
It looked to me, looking here at the monitor, Pylon got a nice, clean, handful of that ball, but the refs give the foul.
Coach John Callahan, this is his third year as, third year as head coach here.
I think it's maybe second
year.
yeah.
John comes from Marcus Whitman Junior High School, where he's been a successful coach at the junior high level for many, many years. His second year as coach here at South Kitsap, turning the program around.
And really want to give a coach a couple years to get, because that's when he can get the program in his own image if he likes a different style of basketball from the previous coach.
Jake Carlisle for Capital with the steal and the hoop. Putting pressure on Mayfield up on top. Mayfield drives in the lane and goes up for the lay-in and gets fouled on the way. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You see that brace on Carlisle's left foot. He broke his foot during football season earlier this year, and he was able to come back for the last game against South Kitsap when Capital came and played South Kitsap, and really only 4 weeks off from a broken foot. That was a tough guy to come back and play football later that season.
I agree with you. That is a tough task to do and accomplish and come back so healthy. But getting back to John Callahan, I think you would probably call him a player's coach. What do you think, Kevin?
He's very, because he teaches at Marcus. I mean, he doesn't come till after school to be able to do to coach, practices. But he's very open to his players. Talk to him anytime. They can always contact him at Marcus if they need to during the school day.
And one thing about John is that he loves the game. He loves the game of basketball, and he's very enthusiastic about it. And he's a great teacher.
I remember at Marcus, we'd have assemblies where the teachers would try to, take on the students or, the guys' basketball team from Marcus. And Callahan was always on that team because he was the coach, and he'd go play with, Mr. Bergerson, who teaches here at South now, too.
I spent 14 years at Marcus Whitman, and a lot of those years, John was down there, and we just had a lot of fun. And with the students, especially those basketball games, and donkey basketball too. Did they have that when you were there?
They played wheelchair basketball actually
Wheelchair.
when I was there.
Wheelchair
They didn't
basketball.
I don't think they ever played donkey. I heard about it though. I do remember hearing about it.
Mayfield on the line for South Kitsap. He'll shoot 2. First one is good.
Mayfield so far has been a clutch shooter for South, hitting 2 3-pointers and hitting the foul shot here, trying for the second.
Second shot is good. 11-4 with 5:15 in the first quarter of play here at South Kitsap. South putting the pressure, trying to trap. Across the court. Capital brings it across, looking to set up.
All evening, Capitals had trouble getting around that pressing defense of South Kitsap. South gets that full court pressure, and Capital just turns the ball over.
They go for 3, and off the rim, no good. Another turnover by Capital. South will bring it down. Mayfield directing traffic. Loses the ball temporarily.
It goes
Dudley
flying into
picks
the
it up.
bleachers. Go ahead.
Bo Poulon with the ball.
Watching the pregame, number 42 for Capital, Matt McIver, was hitting threes everywhere. He has a nice shot, and he just barely missed that one Capital took.
Jake Benninger, the freshman, the true freshman here at South Kitsap with the 2. I'm very, very impressed with Jake and what kind of composure that he has for a freshman.
He has that natural gift of the timing to block a shot. He's able to get up right at the peak and just swat that ball right out of the air.
He's been a starter all year for South Kitsap and really has done a great job. You know, it's a lot of pressure on a 9th grader to come in and play with the big boys, and he's done a great job.
And hopefully you won't have that next year, because February 6th is a levy vote, and just encouraging people to come out and vote for that levy. And hopefully, you don't have to have the 9th graders come out and play. They can play at the junior highs.
That's Carlisle for 2 for Capital, and this broadcast will air the day after the levy, so we truly hope it is successful for the students here at South Kitsap. They truly, truly deserve it.
And you see the SK students out in full force trying to get some support. They're out having rallies. I know there's another rally this Saturday, and the students are really showing a lot of intent on getting this levy passed.
Yes, they are. Mayfield with the top, drawing for 3 again on top of the key and sinks it for another 3. It's a Tyler Mayfield show here early on for South Kitsap. Kylo coming down, drives the lane into the paint, up and in for 2 for the Bears.
Nice.
Capital not really putting a lot of the pressure on defense early here. South able to bring the ball down rather quickly and drive in for a lay-in. Too bad we missed it.
Coach Callahan wanted a foul on that. He felt Mayfield got hammered and asked for the foul on that one, but the refs called a travel.
Bo Poulon called for the travel. Capital will bring the ball down. South will continue to put the pressure. Kevin, were you able to go over to Tacoma and watch the Wolves play the Abes of Lincoln?
No,
That
I was here at the I was here for the girls' game, doing this announcing for it.
I got to go over for the game. Another turnover by the Capital Bears. South will take it down on the end line. I'm telling you, the boys of Lincoln High School are absolutely heads above in their defense and their hustle. They are just a talented team. Oh, they fight for the ball inside. It's a scramble for the ball. Jake Benninger goes up, gets fouled, will go to the line and shoot 2. That's one thing that South has done all year, is that I think we're a scrappy team. Now, as the season has gone on, we've cleaned it up, we've polished our act up a little bit, but we're still, I love that hustle that John has instilled and that desire that John has instilled in his players.
Remember 10th grade tryouts, Callahan was the coach, so this would be his 3rd year, because he was coach 10th grade when I was here, so this would be a 3rd year. And I was at the tryouts, and he had the boys running, getting them in shape nice and early for the tryouts, because he needed them in shape to run for the game and be able to hustle.
Kevin Evoy now in for the Capital Bears. Jake Benninger up on the line. And it's good. 18-8. 10-point lead for South Kitsap.
Watching the boys play this year, they're really a sound foul shooting team. Nice job when they get to the line. They don't blow the opportunities for the easy points.
Referee calling a fairly tight game so far. Buck Savage with the second foul of the evening.
As I think Tremaine Curry will come in for Buck Savage.
Curry, little hustler, does a great job. Comes in, does his part off the bench. Jay Carlisle now with the ball, looking to set things up, trying to set a screen up on top. Didn't work.
Callahan's probably deciding to go with the speed now as he puts the smaller Curry in. But a little faster than Buck Savage. Probably, a little more pressure. He was kind of forcing the substitution, but probably looking for a little more pressure.
Capital not able to get the shots from the outside all night. Pat trying to pass that ball in and trying to penetrate in. There's a three-pointer attempt from the outside off the rim, no good. South with the rebound, comes down the court. Looking for the lane, passes off to the side to Jake. Oh, and he travels. That was a nice call by the refs.
Yeah, Dudley he hopped up for the ball and then was planning to shoot, and then he tried to step after he decided there was a defender too close and ended up traveling before he could dribble.
Dudley, a senior. Nickname of Hooter. South continues to do that pressure D. Carlisle up on top of the ball.
Dudley, a very accurate shooter. He's always one of the leading scorers for the SK Wolves.
Mo Poulon with the rebound, comes down, gives to Mayfield. Mayfield tries to juke a little bit, goes up, there's a desperate shot. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Carlisle comes down, looking to set up, passes to the outside. Pressure D by the Wolves. Carlisle back with the ball, looking to direct traffic. Doesn't see anything, dribbles up on top, continues to direct traffic. Comes over to the right side. Poulon on him.
Both floor generals doing a great job tonight. Carlisle and Mayfield able to get balls to their teammates to get the open shots.
Jake again with the rebound, crashes the board. Mayfield gets the ball, brings us down court, takes his time to get things set up.
SK has two great junior point guards, Mayfield and Jason Boyd, being in good hands next year when they're seniors.
Capital Bears playing a man-to-man defense as the Wolves turn it over. Carlisle down with the ball, tries to drive the paint, doesn't get there, passes off, gets the ball back, passes off again.
Capital been passing around the outside a lot tonight, not trying to work it in.
Carlisle with a three-point attempt off the rim, no good. And we've got a whistle.
They called the over the back on Brad Carey there. South Kitsap player, nice inside position, and Carey reached right over the top.
Speaking of Jason Boyd, I don't see Jason tonight.
Don't either.
I wonder if he's ill this evening. It would take a lot for him to miss a game. He loves basketball, and he's a great kid, great student, just like all of our students here at South Kitsap. Mayfield up on top, gives to Curry. Curry tries to drive the paint, gets inside, stops, takes a look around, is in trouble, gets off to Mayfield. Mayfield looking for the same. Capital putting a little bit more pressure on their defense. Mayfield, nice dribble job, throws the ball up. Air ball. It will be Capital ball.
And usually Boyd is a starter, and Mayfield doesn't, comes off the bench to give Boyd a little, nice spell of relief. Mayfield coming off hot tonight. He was able to hit a couple threes, but a bad decision there to try to throw that ball up.
South trying to stop with 2 seconds left on the clock. Up the buzzer, shot off the rim, no good. At the end of the first quarter of play, it's the Capital Bears 8 and the South Kitsap Wolves 18.
Well, the Wolves came out red hot, and the Capital just kind of slugged along, but both teams kind of stalled near the end of the first period, and the score, stayed the same since about what it was halfway through the first period.
I'd like to have all the parents know that the first Tuesday of each month, I have a meeting with parents. We call it the Parent Advisory Council. And this advisory council, we just sit around and we get to talk a little bit about South Kitsap High School. And I run things past the parents to get their input on issues and topics of interest here at South and a direction that we like to head. And we love to get parent input. So that's 7 o'clock first Tuesday of each month. And February 6th will be our next meeting, which will be our election night, which once again this broadcast will air the day after that. But if you're interested in the first Tuesday in March, love for you to come on out, 7 o'clock in the South Kitsap Library.
You know, we always encourage parents to take full advantage of getting an inside look at what students have to, deal with each day. Meet with the principal and all that.
It's a lot of fun, Kevin. I love meeting the parents, and I love hearing what they have to say and what their students have to say about this place. We'll see if Capital comes out with a little bit more spunk this second quarter. South Kitsap coming out with the same lineup they ended with in the first quarter.
Capital working the ball around the top a lot this evening, not really trying to work it in.
Capital still looking for that shot that they want so desperately, and they can't seem to find it. South doing a great job of matching up and shutting everyone down so far, putting pressure. Looks like they're double teaming the big guy here, Kevin.
Yeah, they definitely don't want Faye to get that ball, and you kind of see the effects of not having a shot clock. Capital keeps on working it around until they can find somewhat of an opening to get a shot off.
Crowd recognizing that, giving them a little round of applause. Capital hitting one now.
First three-pointer for Capital this evening. Well, on the other hand, South's been hitting them left and right.
Curry with the ball, shoots inside to Justin Dudley for the foul. Justin will go up the line for two.
They call the foul on Carlisle. Carlisle a little too aggressive on that defensive play there. His second team foul.
This Friday evening, the Wolves of South Kitsap, the boys travel to Mount Tahoma High School in Tacoma, and the girls will play here at home against the T-Birds. Kind of have a soft place in my heart for the T-Birds, Kevin. That's where I graduated from high school.
And they always have a good boys game, or boys team. And so should be an interesting matchup, especially, for the top spot in the Narrows League.
They beat us by one the last time we played them, and I'm telling you, our guys were very upset that they lost that game. Felt like they didn't play very well, and they're anxious to play them again. Carlisle up on top, trying to direct traffic once again. Throws the ball to the outside.
Graduate of Mount Tahoma, I believe, is current Washington Husky, C.J. Massengale, a good young player from the Mount Tahoma T-Birds. Look for him on your local Husky team.
That was Michael Fay with a shot, the two-pointer off the glass. The big guy getting the rebound and going back up for the hoop. Curry with the ball up on top. Looks inside. Was denied, and there's Mayfield again for another tray. Holy smokes. Unbelievable.
He is conscious from three-point range this evening. What a block by Bettinger.
That was Bo.
That
was 42, Bo Poulon. Yeah, he did a great job of blocking that shot.
Nice job there. I just saw Bettinger cleaning up, trying to get the loose ball. So nice block by Bo Poulon. That really shows the advantage of South having so many tall players.
Brian Cox ready to check in for the Wolves. Cross court they go. Try for the three-point attempt. Off the rim, no good. South with the rebound. Capital just going back and just trying to set up for their defense, Kevin. They're not putting any pressure on the Wolves at all. Still in that man-to-man.
They gave them a 2 on that one.
They gave him a 2. I was about ready to explode once again. But hey, he's hot tonight.
Definitely stepping up to fill Boyd's shoes, where Boyd has gone AWOL, I guess. He's not here this evening.
Out to the Fay, the big guy, out for a three-pointer off the rim, no good. Capital hustling and getting the ball. Back up on top to Carlisle, as once again he tries to direct traffic. Out to Chandler.
You wonder why Capital doesn't take advantage of Fay. They're sitting there throwing up three-pointers left and right, and not really taking advantage of the Fay height advantage, but they did right there to prove me wrong.
Well, that was Fay with a shot and Jake Benninger with a foul. But, you know, I noticed that last time that Benninger was the only one on him, and they try to double team him when he gets the ball. So someone didn't do their job that last time.
Definitely a nice job this evening. Key matchup, both talented players, Fay and Bettinger. And so, you know, you always can use the help to stop the big guy.
I think Bo Poulin is the other guy that's supposed to come down below and help out in that situation. Once again, Capital willing to sit back and just set up for their man-to-man defense. There's Bo with the ball. Drives the lane, up with the ball. He's fouled before the shot.
Bo Pylon, the second-year senior, was able to get an extra year of eligibility from the board of the Narrows League board. Granted him the extra year of eligibility.
Actually, Kevin, that went to the WIAA Executive Board up at the state level. And they felt like Bo's case was very, very legitimate and granted him another year of eligibility. There's many cases that do not get approved. So they really felt like his hardship was sincerely a hardship. And he's really turned it around this year with his attitude, and he's doing well in school. And it's great that he got a second chance.
He's also a great addition for the basketball team. Give him another big body. Nice tall guy. You know, he just had the block shot a couple of seconds ago.
I see Bo in the hallway from time to time, and I pull him aside and say, "Hey, Bo, how's it going?" He's got a big smile on his face and says he's doing well in his classes. Off the rim, no good for Capital. Curry with the rebound down the court, driving the lane, and is stopped at the top of the key. Given out to Brian Cox up on top. Cox, the JV player, getting some playing time tonight, obviously for Jason Boyd being out tonight. Bo Poulin with the ball out to Cox up on top. Cox trying to get to Curry to the outside zone up for three. Off the rim, no good. South with the rebound, up with a Bettinger with the ball in the hoop.
That was Bettinger.
That was, I got it right, okay.
The 6'6" sophomore. 6'6" is a sophomore. That's also monstrous. You know, the 6'10" Fay.
Capital still content of coming down and trying to get that right shot. Still trying to set up. Into the paint. A turnover for Capital. Curry with the ball. Out to no shot as Dudley goes up. We've got a turnover here by South Kitsap. I didn't catch the call, Kevin. What was that?
I think they called him for a travel.
Travel.
I don't know,
Callahan not happy with the call.
And Dudley just shook his head and smiled. You don't want to say anything to the ref. You don't want to get thrown out.
John trying to hold a conversation with the ref as the guys are coming down court, trying to set up for defense. Carlisle up on top with a three-pointer, and the tray is good for Jake Carlisle. 27-19 South Kitsap. Brian Cox with the ball inside. Bettinger with the ball. Out to Dudley. Dudley looking. Out to Cox. Up on top. Back to Dudley. Down to Curry. Down the baseline. Bo fakes. Nice drive to the lane. And is denied off the rim. No good. Capital coming down court. South coming back. Trying to get settled in for defense. Capital will set up with that patient offense of theirs. Trying to work the ball inside. Up to the top of the key. Air ball. Nice hustle by Capital. Off the Capital leg, and Curry up with the ball as he comes down to get set up once again.
I think the problem with Capital's method of offense is that, almost a nice tip in by Bettinger there, is that they come down, and if they can't, they're working around the top, and if they can't find the inside guy, they get panicked and shoot up to three, and they really don't need to. There's no shot clock. They have time to finally find that guy underneath.
It's almost like they're unsure of what they want to accomplish. Up from the top of the key, Bettinger with a block. Here comes Dudley down court. Bozo by himself up and denied. It was deflected just a little bit. Nice hustle by the Wolves, and the Capital Bears come up with the ball. Carlisle down the midcourt.
Great hustle by McIver. He was able to hustle and block Pylon's ball. It's way to never give up.
Dudley trying to get the ball back, saying, "I'll try to show you," but nice effort. Bo's trying to get fired up. He's yelling something out there. Number 22, Kevin Evoy for the Capital Bears hits a tray. 27-22 with 57 seconds left, and John Callahan takes a timeout from the South Kitsap Wolves. Very timely.
Capital making a run, cutting the lead to 5. You need to try to stop that. You need to get the momentum back on your side and call a timeout to ice them down.
John will try to settle his team down as right before they go in at halftime, and I think momentum is really key. And if he could stop their momentum right now and get a couple points and turnovers, and they'll be a happy camper.
Definitely would like to see the run at the end of the half. You know, get the momentum going into the halftime, take it in the locker room, come out all pumped and ready for battle.
South Kitsap with the ball. Curry with the ball up on top, off to the side. Mayfield trying to direct traffic here. Is trying to wonder what they should do. They're going to their stall offense, obviously, trying to get that last hoop, I would imagine, before the half with 38 seconds left to go. Curry now with the ball. Across to Mayfield.
In basketball, you can stand up there all you want if somebody doesn't come up and defend you. If somebody comes up and defends you, though, you only have 5 seconds to make a move towards the basket.
Capital very willing just to sit back and watch as they're not putting any pressure defense at all. Mayfield still with the ball. Curry off to the side. Down to 10 seconds now. As Mayfield dribbles now, here comes the pressure by Capital. The ball's going out to the side to Dudley. Drives into the paint, hands off. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's still a South Kitsap ball with 1 second left to go in the game.
Tried the behind the back, Magic Johnson pass. Wasn't able to get it to Bettinger, though.
Brad Carey now in for the game for the Capital with 1 second to go. Dudley with the ball, the inbounds. Bettinger up with the ball, and at the halftime.
Capital fell asleep, and Bettinger was right there, thankful for the open gift.
At the half, it's the Capital Bears 22 and the South Kitsap Wolves 29. We're going to throw it back and go to Blackett as we prepare for halftime, and we'll see you back here in the third quarter. Well, welcome back, everyone. This is Dave Colombini, principal at South Kitsap, along with Kevin Nodd, senior here, and extraordinaire color commentator. Kevin, we're enjoying a good game without Boyd as a point guard. Mayfield coming up to the playing his role, hitting 4 threes in the first half.
Something like that, a lot.
Doing a super job. We'll see what kind of adjustments John does with his Wolves in the second half. Still South ball. I was talking with the principal at Capital during halftime, and he was telling me their big guy, number 50, Michael Fay, is being recruited by UCLA right now. And they want to work with him, and they think could develop into a very, very good basketball player. So we wish him the best of luck down at UCLA.
Oh, definitely. You like to see players from the area take it up to the next level. And definitely when you're 6'10", you have a good advantage of taking, an advantage over somebody shorter to make it at the next level.
Savage with a little hook there. Off the rim, no good. Capital up with the ball. Carlisle coming down and trying to set things up. South settling back in the defense. Looks like they're playing a 2-3 zone right now. Trying to trap down on the baseline. They go to their big guy. And we've got Mayfield with the ball up with Bo Poulon off the shoes of Capital, and it'll be South Kitsap ball.
They tried to get the ball in the Fay there, and he just lost it.
South with the ball. Bettinger trying to get the ball up on top. Poulon down below. Savage with the ball off the glass and in for 2. Buck Savage with 2 points, 31-22 South Kitsap.
Nice job by Buck Savage there to take it up with authority and able to bank it in.
South with that pressure defense again, trying to trap, trying to cause some havoc. And that's what Lincoln High School does so well. And they're so explosive. You know, Kevin, at that game in Tacoma, we got within 6 points in the third quarter. We were really doing a great job. And just like that, within seconds, we were down by 15. That's how explosive the Lincoln Abes are. Absolutely incredible high school basketball team. I was real proud of our guys and how they hung in there and played with them. Lincoln is really heads above everyone else and just really manhandling everyone. But you never know what happens. What could happen in the playoffs.
Always, you never know. Any day a team could fall, even if they're as good as Lincoln is. And it's always, you have to keep your mental status up. You know, when you play a team that's that good, you have to still play with authority, not think you're just going to get beat and try to come out and beat them.
South Kitsap trying to force the ball inside and instead forced the turnover. Capital with the ball now, once again, out to their big guy up on top. Up for two, off the rim, no good. Carlisle with the rebound, up to the glass, no good. Here comes Mayfield down the line, trying to drive into the paint, hands off. To Justin Dudley.
The sure hands of Justin Dudley always has that sweet touch and is usually able to find that net.
I've been real impressed with him this year. He is smooth. Hey, we got a turnover coming our way. 33-22, South Kitsap with 4:54 remaining in the third quarter. Mayfield with the ball. Looking to Coach Callahan to see what play he wants him to set up. Nice little dribble fake. Off to the side to Bo Poulon. Up the top of the key to Benninger. Off the rim, no good. Carlisle with the rebound and gets hacked by South Kitsap Wolf.
Actually, it looked like Carey to me. Brad Carey went up for the ball, and Carlisle just kind of grabbed his arm, and you saw Carey fling around there. This Capital goes back to that up top kind of offense, not really taking it down low like they should maybe.
Oh, we've got a three-pointer here with a foul, Kevin. Could be a 4-point play for Capital.
They called the foul on Mayfield. I don't know, you look down there kind of and you saw Faye kind of throw Mayfield to the ground, but I think Mayfield was all over him before that.
Oh, Mayfield was being aggressive. Not enough team fouls yet to go to the line, but it could be a 5-point play here if Capital can capitalize on this foul by the Wolves. Up for another three. Off the rim, no good. South with the ball. Off the Bo Poulon, off to the side. Nice little fake to the inside. Tries to go up and no good. Blocked. And we get South Kitsap. Turns the ball over. It'll be Capital ball.
Pylon with a nice move, but got stuck too far under the basket and was unable to, find the open man.
Carlisle with the ball, forces the ball. Almost a travel. Crowd wants the ref to make that call. Capital goes up in the paint, goes up for the 10-footer and sinks it and calls a foul on South Kitsap. Jake Benninger with the foul.
South on the short end of two calls, it seemed. There on the offensive end, it seemed the ball wasn't tied up long enough to have a jump ball, but they called the jump ball, gave the ball to Capital. And on here it looked like Benninger might have had the position for the charge, but they didn't call it that way.
John Callahan wants a conversation with the coach, with the referee. And right now it seems to be a one-way conversation. John not getting a word in edgewise. The ref telling him not to argue with the call and to sit down. Gets a hand from the Capital fans. John knowingly wins the stop, makes a wise decision, Kevin, and sits down.
It always cracks me up how fans can be so biased for their teams. Like, if Capital coach was probably arguing, they would, be mad at the referee yelling at him. Because he was yelling at Callahan, Capital fans were like, yeah, be quiet, Callahan.
Another three-point play there for Capital. Capital now trying to trying to put some pressure. Defense now coming out in the third quarter, and it backfires, and Carlisle hacks Mayfield. Personal foul there, and we'll go off to the side. That's his third, Kevin. Capital now within 5.
That could hurt Capital going down the stretch if Carlisle gets in foul trouble. He already has 3. Carlisle seems to be the floor general, always bringing up the ball.
Off the rim, no good for Mayfield. Capital up with the ball. Carlisle down, trying to drive the paint. Goes up to the glass, off the rim, no good. Capital tries to go up again. Bo Poulon gets the rebound, and Carlisle is his 4th foul, Kevin.
One more and he's out of there. He'll probably sit on the bench here unless they're going to leave him in. Hopefully he, backs off a little bit. No, it seems they're going to take him out. He has 4. You can't have a player of that importance, your field general, your point guard, getting foul trouble.
Kevin Evoy coming in now for Capital. Carlisle going to take a rest. Right before Carlisle went out, he looked over at Coach Callahan and made him smile a little bit and clapped his hands. Off the rim, no good for South. Gets the rebound, tries to put it in. It's a fight for the ball. And it's going to be Capital ball. 33-28, 3:04 left in the third. Capital's coming out and making a game of it.
Definitely that ball seemed to go off Savage there. Great hustle for the rebound. Seemed to force another 3-pointer too quickly, though. They could have set it up better.
Capital biting, clawing, and scratching, trying to hang in there, and so far they are. Carlisle's substitute in, looking for the ball to be passed around. Up on top again. Kevin Evoy passes off for a 3-point attempt. Bo Poulon with the rebound. Here comes Mayfield down, directing traffic.
Looks kind of funny to see Tyler Mayfield, the 5'10 guard, trying to box out 6'10 Michael Fay.
I know. But it's all heart. Benninger with the ball. Ball Poulon with a fake, goes up. Underneath.
What a
backhanded lay-in for 2.
What a move. They're able to go the up and under. Was able to concentrate. Looked like he maybe was close to taking steps. Was able to keep his body under control, though.
Excellent play by Bo. Bo a little fired up Savage a little fired up after that hoop. Forces the ball to go out of bounds. 35-28 now, with 2:08 left in the third. Capital trying to set up once again. Kevin Evoy not quite as aggressive as Carlisle. I'm sure we'll see Carlisle coming right back in here very soon.
And you're constantly seeing Fay call for the ball, but Capital's not getting it into him. For some reason, he's open on the post. You should try to get it into him.
Gone with the big guy. Fay passes up under there, tries to jump for the hoop, and he travels with the ball. Capital turnover. Coming down the court now will be South Kitsap. Capital will just go back and settle in.
Because he jumped and stopped, that was the travel. But if he had jumped and then hit the ground and then jump back up again, they usually allow that for a jump shot.
Mayfield with the ball, hands into Bo. Bo to Savage. Savage sets up, and nothing but net for South Kitsap. 38-28, just like that. We're up by 10, Kevin.
Nice job by South there. Savage realized he had the open shot, just took the step back to shoot the 3. And they're going to call the foul on Bettinger.
Bettinger just trying to block out, just trying to put pressure. Comes up with the foul. Matt McLever will come up to the line.
Actually, I think that's McIver. Was that how you would pronounce that?
All right, I thought that was an L. You're absolutely correct. Thank you, Kevin. We'll just call him Matt. How's that?
Yeah. Number 42. You guys can remember that.
All right. Tyler Mayfield with the ball. 38-29. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Deli with the ball off to the side. He's kind of looking for Mayfield. Mayfield gets the ball.
Because Mayfield hit those early threes, they have to respect his ability to shoot that shot, and they have to come out and guard him.
And they are. They're putting more pressure on him. Mayfield with the ball. Looks, shoots, air ball.
the unintentional assist there.
Nice pass by Mayfield.
Yeah, nice
How's
pass.
That, huh?
Always those point guards, always looking for those passes.
Oh, sure. 40-29 South Kitsap. I'm surprised they don't try to get the big guy, their big guy, underneath more often. I'm just having a hard time trying to figure out their offense. I'm not a basketball guy, but it seems to me that I try to work that ball inside rather than throw it to the outside of the perimeter so often.
And a lot of times you see Faye open down there on the post. They don't give it to him, and so Faye has to come out to the three-point line to get the ball, and that's not where you want a 6'10" kind of guy.
5 seconds left on the clock. Capital drive the paint, try to shoot up the ball, and it goes in right at the buzzer. 40-31 South Kitsap. We're going into the fourth quarter.
Just a reminder that Wolf Tracks, our student-produced magazine show, is shown every Thursday at 7:30. That would be right here on BCAT, Channel 3 in Port Orchard and Channel 12 in Bremerton. The February edition features a profile of girls basketball coach and vocal music instructor Mike Allen. Meet the super fans of SK Sports, and speaking of teams, you'll meet SK's Knowledge Bowl team. All that and much more on Wolf Tracks, Thursday evenings at 7:30 on BCAT.
And Kevin, if you like the opportunity to get an inside look at the schools of South Kitsap School District, then consider signing up to take the Back to the Future bus tour. Every month, Superintendent Bill Amon leads a tour through our local schools, and he even throws in a free lunch, school lunch that is. If you'd like more information, please contact the district office at 895-3959. We'd love to have you drop by and see us.
Another thing we encourage the parents to do, you get a nice look at the inside of the school. Teachers are very open, students are very open, and so you're allowed to come in and look at classrooms, look at the way a school operates.
South Kitsap fans finally getting into the ball game now, Kevin. Getting in some cheers.
As Mayfield has played most of the game this evening because of Boyd's absence.
Benninger with the ball. Out to Bo, out to Mayfield. Mayfield trying to set up. They're putting more pressure on Mayfield up on top, trying to shut him down. Benninger with the ball up on the other side. Back to Mayfield up for three. Off the rim, no good. It's a fight for the ball. Capital up with the ball.
Mayfield saw that three-point and his eyes wide, and he knew he had hit a couple earlier and wasn't able to put enough strength behind it. Looked like a little carry there on the crossover.
It's amazing how much time goes by without them shooting a shot. They're so patient working that ball around. Try to get the ball to the big guy inside. South Kitsap with a turnover. And with the trying to get the ball down court fast, South does a turnover, and Capital come right back with the ball.
Great poke away by Pylon. Poked it right to Dudley, but Dudley was a little too anxious to get that ball right back to Bo.
Savage up with the hoop and gets fouled on the way up.
Foul on number 12, Jordan Chandler. Came into the game when Carlisle was in the foul trouble. Or he's in the game because Carlisle's in foul trouble.
We got Capital now taking a timeout with a 9-point lead for South Kitsap with 6:41 left to go in the game. So Kevin, what do you think we'll see here in the next 6:41?
I believe we'll see at the end of the first half, you saw how South just kind of stood at the top, running down the clock. I believe they'll see a lot more of that from South, just standing up there until the defender comes out and pressures them. And until then, they can stand out there all they want to. But once the defender comes out, you have 5 seconds to move towards the basket. So you'll see them probably just pass it around up top.
I think we'll see Capital trying to shut Mayfield down and putting pressure on him. So far, they've done a pretty good job of that here in the second half. Buck Savage to the line now. He'll shoot two. First one is up and good. 41-31. South Kitsap. Buck concentrating up and in. 11-point lead now for South Kitsap.
Like I mentioned earlier, South good at hitting those free throws. A lot of clutch shots there.
Nice hustle, turnover for South Kitsap as Buck Savage now just turns it over real quick and gets another 2. And Capital takes another timeout with 6:30 left, 44-31, Kevin.
Great job, great anticipation by Pylon there. I believe he was he the one that got the steal, Pylon? Nice anticipation there. Was used his tall body, just reached up, knocked it down, and was able to find Savage for the layup.
Well, we hope you follow South Kitsap basketball for the girls and the boys. It's kind of fun this year, as we mentioned earlier in our broadcast, that both teams are doing extremely well, and we hope that both will get into the state tournament and place and do very well in that as well. Baseball, track, fast pitch is just around the corner. Advertisements in the bulletin already for students to get information from coaches. Spring is just around the corner, and you know what, Kevin? We're just probably 2 weeks away from pitchers and catching reporting to spring training in Arizona. You going down for that?
No, I'm not, but it's really a shame to see A-Rod leave the Mariners. The heart and soul of the team. We'll have to see if they can make it back to the ALCS.
Yeah, well, let's hope Pat Gillick is the man and put something together for the Hymns. Back to the Wolves now. Capital with the ball. Try to work it down court. South putting a lot of pressure on them. Think you'll see that from the Wolves from now on. Relentless pressure John will put on them and force them to make the shots. Their big guy underneath goes up the rim, no good. Off of a Capital player, and down the court we come for South Kitsap.
Because Capital doesn't find Faye close to the basket, he has to force up those shots from the outside, and he hasn't been able to hit them tonight.
Savage with the ball. Mayfield up on top now. Back with Savage. Looking for Buck underneath. Back out to Savage again. Out to Mayfield. Benninger now. Savage. Dudley. Trying to work the ball inside. Bullpool on for 2. Works the ball underneath. Those quick passes really pay off for South, Kevin.
Faye let his guard down, and Pylon was able just to sneak in.
Another sweet turnover for the Wolves, as you see relentless pressure now on the D.
Wolves sensing the final stretch coming, putting that pressure on, hope to try to turn this game into where Capital stands no chance of coming back.
I think John wants to put the nail in the coffin here and put that pressure on the Capital. Capital doesn't respond well to that pressure. You could just see it in him.
I think without Carlisle on there, their senior leadership is not there at the point guard position as Chandler comes in. He's also a senior, but you see Carlisle play most of the game, so Chandler probably not getting a lot of game time. And without Carlisle on there, you're seeing turnovers. You're seeing Chandler bend to the pressure.
Carlisle back now in for Capital, as Kevin mentioned. John taking another timeout, trying to reorganize as he talks very intently to the guys about pressure D.
Get involved with your South Kitsap School District. One way to do it is to attend our school board meetings. They are held on the first and third Mondays of every month. Meetings start at 7 p.m. and the public is invited. In fact, our schools desperately need the input and support of all community members. So attend the school board meetings and find out what's going on in your community schools.
Kevin, we want to remind our viewers too that in the springtime we're going to have the production of Guys and Dolls here at South Kitsap under the direction of Miss Debbie Emmons. Musical Guys and Dolls do a wonderful job. Our students here at South Kitsap, always an enjoyable time. Please watch for the upcoming advertisement for Guys and Dolls presented by South Kitsap Drama Class.
Plays put on at South are always of high quality. Encourage you to come out and check it out. Always entertainment for the evening.
They're absolutely incredible. Capital up, shooting from the outside with about a 15-footer off the rim. No good. Mayfield with the ball now, taking his time, looking to see who's open. Savage down low on the post. Looking for a shot, looking for someone to pass it to. Gives it back to Mayfield on the baseline. Carlisle trying to put pressure on him, but without any fouls. Off the rim, no good for a three-pointer. Pull on with the ball.
A heads-up play by number 34, Brad Carey, to throw the ball off Pylon's foot. Or I believe Bettinger's foot, actually.
Carlisle will throw the ball inbounds now for the Capital Bears. .439 left to go in the game. 48-31 South Kitsap. See, Kevin, what amazes me, you don't see anybody underneath for the Bears. They're just all outside in the perimeter.
You don't, and that you see them just head out right to the outside. Capital's not able to find Faye down low because he keeps on coming back out to the three-point line.
South Kitsap doing a great job of denying shots now. Double team down low, back on top. There's a three-point attempt, and it's nothing but net for Capital. 34-48 now with 3:53 remaining in the game.
Capitals as a team seems to have a nice touch from the outside, but they shoot that shot too many times, and law of percentages doesn't allow you to make it that many times if you shoot that much.
Now ball off South Kitsap now will return to the Bears. Carlisle with the ball, three-point attempt from the outside, nothing but air. Underneath, Kevin Evoy with the rebound and the 2 points.
Was able to sneak in and get that rebound. Seemed like Bettinger fell asleep and let him right in.
3:15 remaining in the game, 48-36. South Kitsap. Mayfield to the line. No, Kevin, I really enjoyed those musicals and the dramas. Off the rim, no good there for Mayfield.
Remember, I think it was November last year, I went and saw Anne of Green Gables that this drama department put on. It was a great play. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
So, Kevin, I know we chatted about this once before, but what are your plans next year? Tell our viewers what your goals and aspirations are.
Just head off to the Wazoo and study broadcasting or history or one of those two. Just take advantage of their opportunities that they offer there. Off
the foot of South Kitsap. Their big guy gets the ball, and he looks to see who's the pass to. He doesn't go up for the hoop.
Bettinger didn't see Dudley. I think he had the eyes on the dunk.
Michael Fay just looks like he's unsure of himself tonight. He had a clear shot for a beautiful chance for a dunk.
As they get over and back on the Capital Cougars, Carlisle chases down the ball.
The Cougars, huh, Kevin?
Yeah.
I've been wondering why you've been saying Bears all night.
Every time you kept on saying Bears, I kept on looking up and seeing the Capital Cougars flag right there, and I was just gonna let it go. Just gonna let it go.
And you just let me say it without saying anything. It took our producer to come up to tell us.
Yes.
Kevin, I don't know about you. Do you want to graduate this year? Huh?
Is he like it's the Olympia Bears? Looking at the flags up here, and the Capital Cougars.
Well, Capital Bears. That sounds pretty good, though, doesn't it?
Hey, it was fine until I noticed the Capital Cougars.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's a good thing we're human beings. My apologies to Capital.
Any Capital fans watching this are about ready to come up here and choke Mr. Colombini. We're not the Bears.
Duh, Bears.
Duh, Bears.
Well, anyway, 2:15 left to go in the game, 51-36. Curry back in the game for South, off the rim, no good for him. Capital up with the rebound.
Going back to Fay, I have noticed he lumbers kind of down the field after Capital turn it over, he kind of just would waddle down court. He wouldn't hustle down court. He wouldn't run. Maybe he's not quite into the game this evening.
Off the glass there for 2 for Capital. 51-38 with 1:42 remaining in the game. Mayfield up on top. Dudley. Pressure by Capital. Double team. Mayfield off to the side to Buck Savage off the rim. No good. The fight underneath. And it'll be the Capital Cougars ball.
On the last play, Mayfield tried to block out Faye again, but Faye just threw him to the side like a rag doll. It's kind of hard when you're a foot shorter than your opponent.
Brian Cox coming back in now for South Kitsap. Mayfield, a wonderful, wonderful effort. Beautiful game by Tyler tonight as he ends his playing time for this evening with 1:24 remaining in the game.
As Chandler carries the ball in for Carlisle, who did foul out a couple minutes ago. Carlisle was in foul trouble all evening long. It kind of hindered him on defense. Though, I mean, he still committed the 5 fouls. He wasn't able to step it up all evening.
Cox with the ball up on top. 1:21 remaining. Pressure defense by Capital. Kevin, I think it's just a little too late for them.
I think they should just pack up the bags and head home. Forget the fouling thing. I don't think you're going to make up the huge deficit they're down now, 13. That's a huge deficit with only a minute and 16 seconds left.
South Kitsap is currently midterm in the second trimester. About 5 weeks left now, or so, 5.5 weeks now left in the second trimester, and third trimester will begin in the second week in March. And before you know it, Kevin, you'll be walking down the middle of the aisle at Tacoma Dome getting your diploma. That is, if you're lucky.
If I'm lucky. No, I'm all checked out for credits. Just went and had a meeting with my counselor. All I need is my 2 required senior courses, and I'm all good.
That was a fine block by South Kitsap.
Pass too far ahead, though. A little anxious by the junior Cox.
.58 seconds remaining. 53-38, South Kitsap. And we have a lot of substitutes now coming in for South Kitsap. Great game, great effort by the starters of South Kitsap High School. Curry, Cox, Aaron Metz in now for South Kitsap.
Boyo Kunchocho.
Boya Kocho, excuse me, for South Kitsap. Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
Boya's a
One of
great,
those difficult names that sportscasters hate.
no, Boya's a great student, great athlete. Contributes to the team off the bench, does a nice job.
Hate
Does
to
a great
single
job
out,
in the classroom as well.
hate to single out somebody, but when Faye came out of the game there, he seemed to have a little attitude problem. The teammates came out to shake his hand. He kind of just ignored him.
Well, he knows he probably had a
Bad game, a
a
little
bad
frustration
game. He's
setting
probably
in.
frustrated for him. There's probably a lot of expectations on him, and you can tell he's a little frustrated.
Definitely, when you stand out that much, you're 6'10", 6'10", and like you said, recruited by UCLA, you stand out. You take a lot of pressure for your team, and if your team's losing, you feel it's your fault because you're the focal point of the team. Everybody looks at you because you're noticeable.
That's so true. You stand out in more ways than one, and when you don't live up to the expectation, you put more pressure on yourself, and that could be Michael's problem tonight. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Video Productions crew and all the hard work that they do, and especially instructor Mike Downham, who is responsible for these guys up here in the booth. And the guys behind the scenes put a lot of hours in. The unsung heroes really do a wonderful job here at South Kitsap. We're very, very proud of each and every one of you. Thank you for all you do for South Kitsap.
Pretty much anything you see on BCAT from South Kitsap is filmed by the video production class. From band concerts to football and basketball and wrestling matches to graduation. They even film graduation.
Tremaine Curry up on the line. Off the rim, no good for his first shot. And sinks his second. 54-38. Cougars will come down court now and set up. Cougs trying to set a screen. Off the rim, no good. South up with the ball, fighting for the ball. Cachocho up with the ball, nice effort. Oh, continued pressure by, and you know what? I think that's Carlisle's. I think he's done.
Carlisle's already fouled out, actually. That's Chandler.
Kevin, so right again. Doesn't he look like Carlisle?
Yes, he actually does.
He does.
With the scraggly hair. Well, actually, I noticed a couple of Capital players with the scraggly hair. Watching the JV game, a couple of their players had the scraggly hair. I wonder if that's a trend over at the Capital High School.
I don't know. Maybe I've been watching too much Regis Philman and listening to all his mistakes on the air. I got to stop that. Either that or get my glasses checked. Either one. Cachocho up on the line. Off the rim, no good. For Boya. Cougars, 15 seconds left. 55-38. Three-point attempt. Off the rim, no good. Battling for the rebound. Aaron Metz up with the ball. Curry, 5 seconds. Nate Seitz, the shot at the buzzer to end the game. 58-38, a 20-point lead for the South Kitsap Wolves, and another victory. They go to 15-3 for an overall record. And Kevin, it was a pleasure to be with you tonight. Thanks for putting up with me.
No problem. I can handle mistakes. Capital Cougars did lose tonight by 20, not the Capital Bears.
Yes, they did.
I got to chide you a little bit.
That's right. South Kitsap students doing a great job singing our school fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to check us out again. Our next broadcast will be coming to you very soon. Good night from South Kitsap.